All right, I'm going to show you how I record my CrossFit notebook, my CrossFit workouts in Evernote. And the main reason to do this is to save time. You get the information into your notes more quickly. You retrieve the information when you want it much more quickly. And that helps you save the one non-renewable resource that you have, which is your time. And the best way to show the utility of this is just to demonstrate it. So at CrossFit South Brooklyn, where I go, they have the workout of the day on the website as a blog post. And, you could get it into it by handwriting it or taking a picture of it written on a whiteboard or a blackboard or typing it. Doesn't really matter. But this is done here for me. So I will go to the Evernote Web Clipper, which is in the upper right portion of the screen. The elephant logo of Evernote, the elephant's head, because the elephant remembers everything. Just click on that once, and immediately it knows, because of its artificial intelligence, that I want this in my CrossFit notebook. It highlights the blog post. You could take a screenshot or any of these other options, but I just go with the default. I'll triple click here, and I will type in the date because I prefer the date and the day of the week be the title for my own preferences and how I like it displayed. And I'll click save. As soon as I save it, it is synced across all of my devices that run Evernote. So immediately it is in the Evernote web app, the desktop app, and my iPhone app. If I had more computers, it would be synced across all of them. If I go into the Evernote desktop app and I click sync, you can see that it shows up there. I could double click. And I could edit this. I could, highlight this stuff and delete things that I don't want. If I only want the workout there, I could highlight everything below it and get rid of it. But I don't really have a need to do that, so I'm just going to keep it like that. Next thing I would do is on my phone, if I pull up the Evernote app, usually I would do this in the gym right after a workout. If I pull up the Evernote app and I go into my CrossFit notebook, then that workout is right at the top that I just registered in there. At the bottom of the screen, you can see that you can set a reminder. You can you can add a picture, you can add a voice memo, you can annotate it with a pen or a stylus. I'm going to click on the camera, and you just hold it steady over the notebook. And I think because it's getting dark now, it thinks this is a Post-it note. I'll click on Document so that it just saves the text there. And what this is doing is it has optimized everything for keyword searchable text. I will note that the keyword searchability of pictures is an Evernote premium feature. With the free version of Evernote, you do not get that. You'd only get the keyword searchability of things that are already keyword searchable when you put them into Evernote. Now, note that the website that has the workout on it, that is keyword searchable text. So even if I didn't have premium and I just did the free version, I would be able to search that text in my Evernote notebook. Now, this is great here because this is all based in my phone, but I'm not getting sweat and chalk on my phone during my workout. That goes on my cheap paper notebook, and let the notebook take that kind of damage. So just hit save here, and now I'm done with the phone. If we go back to the computer and we click on sync, then we should be able to go into that, scroll to the bottom, and find that those handwritten notes there and do whatever we want with those. So the real good thing about this is the retrieval of the information. It is the keyword searchability. Usually takes a few minutes for the keyword searchability in a premium account to come in with pictures because the picture has to go to the servers and come back as keyword searchable text. So I won't search for anything in my handwriting from that note, but I'll use the last one I put in from Wednesday's workout. And Wednesday's workout, you'll see if I click in the search bar, because I've been using my CrossFit notebook, that is automatically the limitation. But if I were just starting from scratch and I started typing in CrossFit, it would give me the option of CrossFit notebook, and that's how I would limit it to only search my CrossFit notebook. So I'm going to type in here paper towels, because on Wednesday, my partner was telling me on the front squat that I should imagine that I have paper towels beneath my feet and that I'm driving into them as a way of, you can see the context is showing up at the bottom of the screen. You can turn that off in preferences, but you can see at the bottom it has orange highlighted in the specific handwritten note, paper towels. Anyway, my partner was telling me that I was having trouble balancing the goals of keeping my knees out and driving through my heels because I felt like I was focusing on one and giving up the other. So this idea of imagining paper towels beneath my feet and then I'm trying to rip them apart by driving into them and twisting out is a way to take one cue and integrate what my feet are doing, what my knees are doing, what my hips are doing. My point here is that, imagine 6 months or a year down the road, I remember, there's some cue related to that about paper towels, and I don't really remember what he said. Well, I can search here and I can very quickly pick it up, and it's not going to pick up my receipts for the paper towels that I bought because I've limited this to my CrossFit notebook. And if I click here and I do Command F on the Mac or Control F on the PC, and I put in paper towels, it's going to bring it right down to the handwritten note, and I can see in the context why I wrote that there and recall anything about that workout that was relevant. Now, I will be honest here, Evernote does not perfectly read my handwriting, and that's largely because it's partly because my handwriting is messy, but it's also largely because I'm using a really cheap notebook that I bought at Target for probably less than $1. And Evernote does have a partnership with, I'm going to butcher the name because I don't know German, I'll Americanize it and say Moleskine, where they have created a notebook that is specifically optimized for Evernote's conversion of handwriting to keyword searchable text. So in the future, I'll probably invest in that and see how it compares. But right now, you can see that there is some significant keyword searchability of my handwriting, even with really, really cheap paper notebook. But the thing is, I should be able to search for any exercise here because the text from the internet, from the website that I put in, is perfectly keyword searchable. So if I limit my notes to my CrossFit notebook, and I say, okay, when was the last time I did wall balls? Then I can see here that, obviously I haven't been logging these back very far, but I see that I did wall balls this Friday and I did wall balls last Friday. And if I want to know, okay, what did I do in each time? I see that today it was 15 wall balls in this context. Last time was 30 wall balls in this context. And then if I want to, I can double click on that note. I can go down to the bottom and open up my notes and see what did I do that time? What was the context? What did I achieve? And it's finding these things in seconds instead of having to flip through a notebook. Now, you don't have to do it on the desktop app. Suppose that I were at CrossFit, it's 3 minutes before the workout, and I want to know the same thing. I go to my CrossFit notebook in my Evernote app, and I type, search, and I type in wall balls. I search for wall balls, and I get these top results. I'm getting the same thing. So I can go in here, and I can just flip down to the bottom and tap on my handwritten notes, and I can do whatever I want here. I can zoom, etc., and really easily find that page in my notebook. Imagine if I hadn't done wall balls this past Friday, and I had actually done wall balls at some totally different time 3 months ago. Then you can imagine just how much even more useful that functionality would be. So there you have it. That's why I think this is such a great way to keep my notes. It's really easy, really quick, minimal effort, minimal time spent. And if you want to check out Evernote and get a free trial for a month of the premium version, you can use my referral link, which is chrismasterjohnphd.com/Evernote. And I don't get any money for that. I do get points that can go towards my own premium subscription or towards going to the conference or meeting the Evernote team or things like that. But you do get a free month of premium. I would be surprised if you didn't want to stick with it. But a lot of this utility can be gotten from the free Evernote. Remember, you're not going to have your handwritten text converted to keyword searchable text, but you will be able to put keyword. You will be able to search the stuff that is already searchable, and you will be able to easily attach handwritten notes as a picture to things you grabbed off the web. All of those aspects are available in the free version, so I would check it out. Also, you can go to chrismasterjohnphd.com/workout, and you can see what I do for exercise, and you can actually click on the link to check out my Evernote CrossFit notebook and see what I'm doing for a workout. Obviously, I don't really have any scores to brag about on any of these exercises. No one is going to even debate whether I'm one of the heaviest squatters. I'm not even close. But I put myself out there as a health and nutrition guy, so you should be able, for the sake of transparency, you should be able to say, hey, does what he's saying even work for him? Does he follow his own advice? And if he does he make any progress in his workouts when he's doing it? So there you have it. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you found it useful.